What is up, everybody? I am Cortland.
And I am Justin, and I am sending the episode notes to Cortland right now because they didn't share.
And I don't know why.
I don't either, but this opening is going to be a little rocky. And I see we've already got a few people tuning in, and I'm super happy to see that because we've been away for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's no longer, I think the most we ever got by was a bi-weekly, and we are like almost a monthly podcast.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of stuff come up.
Yeah.
I believe I was sick one of the nights, and then you had a couple things that you had to do on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And let's face it, the Reds just haven't been that good, and we're going to talk about that. Cortland, did you get those notes?
Hang on, now my thing's being dumb.
Oh, it's being dumb.
Hang on, what is this doing?
Drew Mater says, "Let's go."
Let's go. Okay. Keep talking. I'm still looking because my
I'll keep talking. So this is episode 18 of Better Off Reds, your sometimes weekly Reds talk show. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and your favorite podcasting app. Live shows typically air Thursday nights at 8:30 p.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube, and recordings are made available shortly after, and audio versions are put up on podcasting apps later that night. That's right. As soon as we get done here, I go to the editing room, I chop up the episode, and I put it on the internet. And Cortland made a face.
My Google Drive's just being so slow.
Oh, so slow. Football season started. We can riff about that for a couple minutes to get the notes up.
Yeah.
How about them Bengals?
I know that was pretty crazy.
Who can't catch passes?
Jamar Chase. That's a fluke. I was talking about that. It's a fluke. He was playing against a out of his prime Patrick Peterson. So we'll see how this week goes.
Drew says you're all over the place because you've had a few weeks off, and I agree.
I can't. My Google is completely freaking out, and it's not allowing me to do anything. I'm working. Yeah. Okay, hang on. We got a little farther here. Let's see. Oh,
I love doing live shows. I honestly actually do. I think the tech issues make it even more fun.
Yeah, they're not here. So
I just sent you the link. That didn't work.
In what?
Apple messages.
Okay, hang on. Let me try that.
Yeah. Okay. Bengals won, so that's good for Cincinnati. Browns lost, which is also good for Cincinnati. So
they did. I have to request access from you for some reason.
Oh, farts. Well, this is fun. Like we said, we love doing it live.
Yeah, the Browns lost, but they lost to the returning AFC champions for the last 2 years, and the team also has won the Super Bowl in the last 2 years. So I'll take a loss by 4 to the AFC champs any day, rather than the Bengals barely getting a win against the maybe 8-win Vikings this year. Maybe.
So the Bengals were beating the Vikings up pretty good, and then they let them claw back into the game, which they can't do that if they're going to be successful. And if you're just not tuning in, no, this is not a football or Bengals podcast, but we're having some technical issues with our show notes. So we're just riffing.
We are.
We're just riffing.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
This is a disaster.
It give me access? It's not giving me access.
It's not letting me log into my email to give you access. Oh, no. We'll figure this out. This is why we do practices, right?
Yeah, we can. As we're talking here, let's just jump into. We'll pull up some stats. Let's just do that.
Yeah. Let me see if I'm logging into the actual thing and I'm looking at
a shot.
Okay. That's so weird. It says only people. So it says people who have the link can open it. Oh wait, Cortland.
What?
Try it again. Hang on, I'm gonna send you the link again in case it's a new link.
You know what's bad? Just to add a little icing on the cake here with this. Yeah. There it goes. When I Googled these stats just now to save time or just give something to talk about, I typed in the Reds' last 7 games, right? And just to get a baseline of stats.
Yeah.
It brought up the Queensland Reds. It didn't even bring up the Cincinnati Reds.
Yikes.
And I don't even know what that is. I think it might be rugby.
Maybe. Drew says you sound just like your dad, always blaming Google. And you'd rather lose to a team than beat a bad team. At the end of the year, wins are wins, and I agree.
But I'd rather lose to that team the first game of the season and then meet them again in the playoffs. And beat
Drew, who's your NFL team? Is it the Bengals? Is it somebody else?
Wagon. It's probably Cowboys.
Cowboys. Oh no.
Whoever's good. I think he was a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan last year.
Oh yeah. We're about to find out. Hopefully he'll tell us.
Okay. Yeah, we got the notes now.
Oh, it's the Bengals. Nice. That was a fun game though. Bengals and Vikings, and I watched. I watched a few other games, but on and off. But I'm watching the college football too.
Yeah, the High State game was rough. Speaking of college
was
football,
it? Because I had a good time.
Yeah. Well, you're from Kentucky.
That's right, I am.
So why Kentucky people care if Ohio State sucks at football? Because Kentucky always sucks at football.
I think really it's more your basketball team, how you all think you're good.
Yeah. I don't think the basketball team's good.
But they think they are.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it carries over. Don't know why. Not that we had a couple of years with Greg Oden, and he was really good and the ultimate bust in the draft, but that was really fun to watch, but they still got beat by the Gators then. Joakim Noah.
Drew was a Rams fan last year.
I said I'll just pick a team out west. And you picked them with Jared Goff. Heck, I'd be a Rams fan now with Matthew Stafford. This is just turned into a football podcast.
I know. I'm actually kind of liking it, man. So we toured with the idea of doing a football podcast in the when the red season ended.
And it might be sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I know. It may have been.
So transition, the perfect transition. How are the Reds doing?
Do you got your notes pulled up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So yeah, the Reds have not been great. Our last episode, I believe, was on August 26th. So it has been a while. When we left, I believe the Reds were in the second wild card spot.
Yeah, I think by like 2 games or so too. It was a pretty okay lead. They were pretty dominant in terms of taking it, and we thought they were going to kind of run away with it.
Drew real quick says he may become a Raiders fan because their stadium. That stadium is really nice.
Yeah, that's freaking sweet.
So yeah, they were second in the division. Am I cutting out? Is my mic cutting out?
No, not for me.
Oh, my headset's cutting out then, which is weird. So I have mic monitoring on, and my audio is cutting out here, so that's not good. Yeah, they had the easiest schedule of all of the teams remaining. And you would think this is a time for the Reds to really just beat the snot out of some teams. And they have not done that. In fact, they have lost every single series that they have played since our last episode on August 26th.
And it's insane because it's the worst teams possible to lose games.
Some. So they've lost 6 series against bad teams like the Cubs, the Pirates, and the Tigers. That's right. The Pirates took 2 out of 3 games. Tigers took 2 out of 3. Cubs took 2 out of 3. The Cardinals took 2 out of 3. And I forget who else they played.
The Cardinals have it right now, don't they?
Well, we'll talk about that.
They did last night.
This is the darkest timeline.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Thanks. Drew said that sound crystal clear. Thank you. Yeah, I have mic monitoring on so I can hear my mic feedback, and it's like cutting out. So I didn't know if I was like screwing up my mic. They used to be messing with it. That's why.
Hey, keep talking. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Cortland just leaves during a live show. But so they are now they're 6-12 during that stretch of games. During that stretch, they're hitting 227 as a team. They've only knocked in 63 runs. They're striking out 21.3% of the time. Surprisingly, guys like Schrock and Suarez are hitting the ball very well. Barnhart, Castellanos, and India have also been hitting the ball well. Votto, during this period of time, since August 26th, only hitting 189. Farmer 208, Stevenson 205. Farmer did just have a kid. He had a few days away from the team. Congrats to the Farmer family and their new baby. But yeah, 208 is not going to cut it from a guy who was just crushing the ball a month ago. Same goes for Votto. I mean, under 200. Let's see here. Kai Rizzo, I'm pulling for the Reds to make the final wild card. Man, we all are, dude. Hopefully they can pull it off. But yeah, so hitting's been a problem. It's been a problem. I'm going to take Cortland off until he comes back. It's been a problem pretty much all since August. They just have not been hitting well. They're not putting runs on the board either. A lot of these games, they're even losing by a couple runs here and there. Drew says, I honestly thought the Reds would continue to roll and actually close the gap on the Brewers. They can't finish the close games up 2-1, then lose 6-2, 6-4. And like today, they only won, I think it was 1-0. I think I don't have the schedule in front of me, but they're losing these close games. Kai Rizzo wants to know, where's Cortland? I killed him. Actually, I didn't, in case he does end up murdered. That was not me. He had to step away for a moment. He'll be back in just a moment. There is his feed. I pulled it back up. I just turned it off. I'll leave it up, though, because it's a little weird, off-putting for me to be in your face like that. So hitting hasn't been good. Guess what? Pitching really hasn't been that great either. They have given up 73 runs, 67 of those earned. Miley has taken a hit. Just not the same Wade Miley that we have seen pretty much all year. He's just getting beat up. He has an ERA of 4.43 over that time. Brad Brock, for some reason, the Reds, I mean, he blew a bunch of games earlier in the season. There he is. Brad Brock blew a bunch of games earlier in the season that he went down with a shoulder injury, and he came back up, and he was just still trash. They finally designated him for assignment. Drew says, "Who does this? No shows for weeks. Come back." That's great. Thank you. Thank you for holding him accountable.
Sorry.
Did you have to use the bathroom?
No, I had to attend to my child. Oh, wait. I gotta do something else, too. Hang on.
Your kid? Oh, took the background off by accident. Oh.
Yep, I know. Everything's just going crazy tonight.
This is my favorite episode. But yeah, they brought in Brad Brock. He's just been awful. He was designated for assignment. Gutierrez has been beat up pretty bad. I think he has an ERA 7 or higher right now. Miley Castillo has been pretty good. Drew says his child, logical excuse. Yeah, I guess we'll let it slide. But it's just been, the team has not been gelling at all. They're all over the place. Winker has been out. That's my favorite comment. In fact, I'm just gonna leave that up. Let's see here.
By he's referring to the Reds.
No, he's talking about you, I think. But yeah, Cortland, what are your thoughts? I know you didn't hear anything I just said, but you can look over the notes. I just finished that first section. On the
they're crashing, man. I didn't think they would, because the guys that we thought would already were kind of on the upswing. The guys we were worried about carrying us into the rest of the season were doing their part. And like you said, they kind of just dipped. So we have the people that are still hitting well, but the other people that were hitting well, which is about half the lineup, is pooping the bed when they get to the plate. So
yeah,
it's just, I don't know. I don't know what you do, because I think that's just kind of been the thing, is consistency has plagued us for so long, and we kind of had a taste that it might be over, but no, it doesn't seem that way. I mean, it's not impossible to come back. I mean, we're not too far out, but
no, that's something we talked about earlier in the year too, how like the hitting was on, but the pitching wasn't, and then the pitching was on and the hitting wasn't, and then the defense was a mess, and now it's all a mess. I mean, they're not hitting, they're not fielding very well, and they're also not pitching very well. So it seems like now the wheels have fallen off, and with just over 2 weeks left in the season, maybe 3 weeks, this is not the time.
No, because you said, well, they have given up 67 runs, and we've been gone 21 days. So 67 divided by 21, that's 3.19 earned runs a game. So even with bats being hot, and we're automatically giving up 3 runs to start every game, that's very hard to beat.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's just been, I mean, they've lost some extra inning games that were real close and tough to lose. I mean, they should not be losing
games.
They should not be losing any games to the Pirates or the Cubs.
Period. Well, then the Detroit games too. They had the one, and I think it was close, the first one, and then they turn around and blow them out of the water. Like they turned it on and beat them like 12-4 the next day, and just were unreal. And then it goes back to the same kind of thing. Like they're not doing that, and you just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you fix that other than talent. And it's not that we're not talented. I don't know. I don't know what it is that you need. I mean, luck. I mean,
Castellanos, Votto, and Moustakas both spent extended periods of time on the injured list. I mean, maybe those injuries are just kind of, I mean, they're healed, recovered, but I mean, that still takes a toll on you. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. The pitching staff stayed pretty healthy with the exception of the bullpen, because, Brock had that injury, which I'm glad he's gone. But then Lorenzen had his injury for a while, but man, I just don't know. I mean, they got rid of Doolittle. Maybe Doolittle he was bad, but
maybe
like
he was the guy. He was
the guy that kept the locker room together.
There's no way. There's no answer for it. It's just this. I guess it's just the way it goes.
Drew wants to know, can we go back to 7-inning doubleheaders? Seems like the Reds enjoyed them. The wins say so. I actually enjoy the 7-inning doubleheaders. I know a lot of people don't. I do though.
The purists don't.
Yeah. They don't want the DH in the National League either, but I don't want to see.
Which is dumb because if
Castillo
it's just stupid because if one league has already did it, how was it not a mandatory thing for both leagues to do at the same time? Like, how could one be like, you know what, we're going to make a designated hitter and you guys don't have to if you don't want to.
Like, guys, our pitcher's just not going to hit.
Right. They're all in the MLB. I just don't know how the commissioner wasn't just like, yeah, you guys both need to do this.
I don't care. Yeah. Just do it. Do whatever you want. No, I mean, I'm in favor of the DH for one real reason. That's to extend Votto's career.
Right.
If he doesn't, well, I mean, he can extend it by going to an American League team, but I don't want to see that. But honestly, I want to see him win.
Yeah.
So maybe I do.
I don't know, though. I don't know. Like this year, yeah, I think if he would have went this year, he might have. He probably would have ended up on one of these teams over there, especially the ones that we play, maybe, that we get destroyed by, and they're going to have a route to the World Series with no problem. He might have made it on that one of those guys this year, but I don't know. After this year, I don't know what happens because who do we bring back? And I just don't know.
If I saw Joey Votto in a different jersey, I think I would just be heartbroken.
Yeah.
God, I don't want to think about that. So all this losing and not enough winning has led to the Reds basically out. They're not out of the hunt for the wild card spot, but they are no longer in that second spot. That first spot isn't going anywhere. I mean, it's not going to us anyway. It's either going to go to the Padres or the Dodgers or the Giants, depending on how they duke it out. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about the wild card hunt. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. As my internet's being slow again. All right, I'm back.
Oh my God.
So the Reds are currently third in the division. The Cardinals, like we said, have surpassed them, and they are 76-71, and they've lost 7 of their last 10 games. That's us. We've lost 7 out of our last 10, so don't get that confused. The Cardinals are in the second wild card spot, and they've won 7 out of their last 10. They do get to play the Padres this weekend. The Padres kind of turned it back on out of nowhere too, so they're back in the running. More so than we are kind of at the moment, depending on what you look at. And they get the Brewers. So hopefully those two teams can knock them down a peg. That's 2 very tough series to play, especially
the Cardinals.
Right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
so
So you don't want to root for the Padres too hard because then they'll just leapfrog into that spot.
But the Brewers are guaranteed. So
I want the Brewers to kill the Cardinals. Drew says Votto I don't want to say this out loud, actually. Cortland, can you read that?
Yeah.
I can't say that.
Yankees jersey makes too much sense. They swoop up and collect our players, and they seem to dominate. Yeah, I would more like to see him in a Giants jersey, really, because
what jersey?
Giants.
Oh yeah,
they do the same thing. Yeah, they take all of our guys and turn them into studs. So if they could take them and give them a year like you got this year in a legitimate contending spot to even go to the World Series, I'd be happy for that.
Did you change your profile picture, Kai Rizzle? Look at this. It was a face, and now it's playing baseball. That's the same person, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, looks like it.
He says Rizzle. Dodgers and Giants have both clinched. I didn't know the Dodgers had, but I knew the Giants had. So, Drew says I don't want to see the Yankees jersey.
The Dodgers are 17 games ahead in their spot, so they pretty much got it. I don't think it's possible to come back from that.
Yeah. Kai Rizzle, for all of you at home wondering,
he did
change his picture. Cool. Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, so the Cardinals have a chance. We have a chance for the Cardinals to get beat up with these next 2 series they play. My dad actually went to a Brewers game a week ago, last weekend.
Like in Milwaukee?
Yep.
How was it?
I think he liked it. I didn't really get to ask how the stadium was because it was we were talking about other stuff, but yeah, he enjoyed it. And they went to go see Kiss, but they canceled because Gene Simmons has COVID. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. So that was he ran a race too. They were going to go watch Kiss at this big like concert venue place they have, and he got COVID. So,
dang.
but yeah, so that happened, and we're talking about San Diego, Philadelphia, and New York, along with the Reds, are all looking at that second spot that we talked about. So each team has a very good chance. Padres, they take on the Cardinals, like we said, then they take on the Giants. So that's good for us as well because Giants are very tough to beat. At least right now. The Phillies take on the Mets and the Orioles. That's not great for us. The Orioles, I believe, are maybe still the worst team in baseball right now. I think
possibly, even if they don't have the worst record, they're still the worst team.
Right. And the Mets, the only thing they got going for them right now is the 30 for 30 specials. They got Aaron about Once Upon a Time in New York or whatever it's called. It's actually pretty good. I watched the first one the other day.
Yeah.
About the 86 Mets. But yeah, so that's not good for us. That's 2 series they could easily take. And then the Mets, they play the Phillies, which could be good, could be bad, but then they play the Red Sox. So that would be good. Really looks like out of the ones that are in striking distance with us, the Phillies are the ones to look out for. Padres maybe too, but just because they've been so good. But I don't know. Playing against the Cardinals and the Giants is too tough. Phillies just have 2 easy series potentially, so they could be the ones that come out with it if we keep crapping the bed.
Yeah, did you see that the Orioles? That's what Drew commented. He said that the Orioles grounds crew was ejected from the game a few days ago. Did you see that?
No, why?
I don't know why. I'm looking up now. They assumed their position, so they were on the field behind the tarp. It was getting ready to rain. Let's see. It was a 1-2 count. Runners in scoring position. They called time and demanded the grounds crew leave the field.
What?
They didn't eject the grounds crew. He said, I just didn't want them all behind the tarp, especially with the infield in. So, okay, maybe it was, it looked like he was ejecting him. Like he did the whole like leave kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But really he just wanted him to get out of the way. But, and then it rained.
Still though, like what's it matter?
Well,
like,
I guess the infield's in, or I don't know. That's actually a question. I guess they're afraid that they'll interfere with the play.
Were they on the sideline, like within the first baseline?
They were behind the tarp, but like if the ball gets popped up, they could be in the way. Or if the players dive over, they may kill a grounds crew person.
They're full-grown adults; they can get out of the way of a baseball. I mean,
they're not athletes though.
Yeah,
I mean they were all behind the tarp, getting ready to roll it out because it was getting ready to rain.
I know, but that's their
you can't
job. And then it did rain. So I mean,
are we arguing about the grounds crew right now?
We are. The logic's just not there. The guy
kind
of jumped the gun.
Based on
this is
what
the most
you
exciting
said,
thing that we've seen in the last couple of weeks. Okay, cut us some slack.
I know. Based on what you just said, and now listen, I want you to take your optimism out of it. Okay. In 3 weeks, when this season is over, the Reds, the Cardinals, the Padres, the Phillies, and the Mets. Which one of those teams are in that second wild card spot? Take your optimism out of it.
All right, let me look at the with striking distance. How with striking distance everybody is. Golly, my internet is just so slow.
Everybody has a losing record over their last 10, except for the Cardinals. They're 7-3. Padres 4-6.
Half a game ahead. Now, who do we play?
We played the Dodgers this weekend.
Who's the one after that?
Pirates.
Okay. If I'm I don't know. If I'm taking the optimism out of it, I don't see us turning it back on with everybody. I think it would be the same kind of thing of the half that is doing good start doing bad, and the other half that was doing bad starts doing good, and we're just in the same boat.
Real quick. All right. We play the Dodgers this weekend, then the Pirates, then the Nationals. Nationals are bad this year.
Okay.
Then they play the White Sox, who have clinched their division, I believe.
So what, you think they'll just kind of bench people and give us a freebies?
That is possible, I suppose. And then they play the Pirates to finish the season.
Man.
So, I mean, they've got...
The Dodgers aren't going to give it, which I don't know. The Dodgers could, because they're in it. Like, they've pretty much got that first wild card spot.
Drew says, unfortunately, I'm saying the Reds miss out. I hope I'm wrong. That's what Drew says. We're going to talk more about the Reds-Dodgers series here in a minute whenever we give our predictions. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but it's not a good one.
I'm going to call...
No, don't do your predictions yet. Just tell me who you no, I mean the series predictions. Tell me who you think gets that second wild card.
Can I pick two? Do I have to pick one?
Pick two.
Okay.
I mean, only one can get it, but you can pick the two that you think
right now within the next two series, looking at just the next two series, depending on how those would play out.
If you genuinely think it's the Reds, say the Reds.
Well, if I'm looking right now over the next two series and just taking that momentum from whatever happens to that into the rest of the season, I'd probably say the Phillies. But if I'm looking all the way through with what the Reds have, I'd say the Reds. And that's not an optimism thing. That's just purely based on the remaining schedule. If they can get some wins out of these next two and then get the easy series that they have left, I think they can do it because they're only one game behind. The Phillies have 3 games behind, but if they take these next two series, then that might give them the boost they need to finish strong enough to take it. So right now, Phillies, after the next two series, Reds. What about you?
Okay. So the Phillies and Mets regular season series right now is tied at 8-8. I was just looking that up. I was curious what that was. So really, who knows what's going to happen? That's crazy. I'm thinking the Cardinals, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Let me look at their schedule. They do have a hard schedule coming up. That's the only thing that makes me hesitant about them. But I feel like they've really started to click, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
it doesn't necessarily matter how tough your opposition is if you're clicking.
It doesn't. Yeah, if we were playing,
I mean,
like we were after the All-Star break right now, if we were playing the same ball that we were playing after the All-Star break for that month and a half, I would no doubt say yes. Like I wouldn't have a question.
So the Cardinals play the Padres, the Brewers, the Cubs. They play the Brewers for 4. The Cubs for 4, the Brewers again for 3.
Oh man!
And then the Cubs for 3.
So it's like split. That's the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's the Cardinals.
But the Cubs being a division rival, that might help. That might give them. I mean, I know they sold the entire franchise, but why not ruin somebody's season? You know,
the Padres have such a tough schedule. They have the Cardinals, the Giants, and then the Braves, which the Braves are currently they're in the lead of their division. It's still not good though. It's 76 and 68, which both Philadelphia and the Mets are also in striking distance of the division as well.
Right.
Then they play the Dodgers, God, and then the Giants. The Padres. I'm going to say it right now. The Padres, they're 4-6 over their last 10. They have the toughest schedule coming up. They are out. They're not making the postseason.
Okay.
And I hope in October, the 1st of October, we're not on here and you're like, you idiot. Like they made the postseason. But, that's cool. He's going to a Dodgers game this Sunday. Nice. Enjoy the game. Sunday, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but you get to see a former Cy Young winner, not Trevor Bauer.
Who are you talking about?
Huh?
Who are you talking about?
Did the comment not pop up?
What for what?
Kai Rizzo. He's going to a Dodgers game on Sunday. Yeah.
No, I'm saying who you talking about Cy Young winner?
Oh, Clayton Kershaw's pitching on Sunday or supposed to.
Oh, I bet that's why he's going. That's his favorite.
The pitching matchup for this Dodgers series. I mean, no matter when you play the Dodgers, it's going to be bad, but it's bad.
Yeah.
He says Max Scherzer. I have Kershaw scheduled for Sunday, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Does he play another game? Does he play
Scherzer plays Saturday. I'll just go ahead and say it. It's Walker Buehler on Friday, Max Scherzer Saturday, Clayton Kershaw Sunday.
Oh man!
Yikes! I mean, they may get no hit 3 times.
Which that's fine. If we're going to do it, it needs to be by them. I mean,
yeah.
I don't want it to be against the freaking Pirates.
No, poor Indians, man. They've been no hit 3 times this year, haven't they?
2 for sure. Did they get another one?
Yeah, just last week or this week.
Oh man.
Drew says, "Can you guys finally agree with me and tell me that I was right about Garrett?" You know what? I want to look up Amir Garrett.
I always agreed. He made a little bit. He made a little bit of comeback, but I never gave him credit for it.
Hang on, I haven't followed Amir Garrett as closely
because he's not good.
The month of September, he has been phenomenal. He has a 2.25 ERA.
That's what he does. He doesn't have a 2.25 ERA on the year.
Like, no, he doesn't. On the year, it's a 6.02.
You're right.
He now has a career 5.07 ERA. I don't want to say you're right yet. Woo. Let's just wait and see how the Cy Young votes come in, okay,
dude? Cy Young votes, stop.
He said you don't follow him because he's a dumpster fire. I love Amir Garrett. I'm not going to trash talk him. I love that dude. I hope he's the best pitcher in baseball next year.
I get it. It's like the same thing as Suarez, though. I love Suarez for what he brings to the organization and the fan base, but I can't stand him as a pitcher. I don't care. I don't care.
Pitcher. Yeah, I don't want to see
or
Suarez
as a player. As a player.
I don't care
what you're going to say. Yeah, I don't care.
Have you seen it?
If he doesn't carry it into next season, if he doesn't start next season as hot as he is, then I don't care.
In the month of September, let me just tell you this real quick. Okay? In the month of September, Suarez is batting .364 with 3 homers, 4 RBIs, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts.
What's the season?
Season's not great. 178 still, which seems really low considering his September's been so hot,
dude. That's how bad he was. That's just your proof right there. He's batting .364.
The proof is in the pudding. And this has been crap. And this has been their weaker schedule too. So
right. Yeah.
Andrew says, you know what they say, wish him one hand. All right. So yeah, I think it's going to be either the Cardinals in that second wild card spot. I'm going to say it's not going to be the Padres. I'm going to say Cardinals or Reds.
Okay.
I mean that. I do mean that.
I think my Phillies is a little bit of a stretch, but just if they, like I said, if they win the next 2 series, I think the momentum might carry them there.
Did I look up the Phillies schedule? Did I read that one?
No, not the rest of it.
Let me look up the Phillies real quick. Oh boy, it might be the Phillies. I'm so
Mets,
smart. Orioles, Pirates, Braves, Marlins.
Dude, I called that. Holy crap!
That cupcake schedule. Good God.
Yeah, unless we turn it around, they're the one I'm picking. I mean, taking the fan out of it. 178.
Drew says 178 AA. We have something for you. I don't even think AA wants him right now.
We can probably get him on the Chillicothe Paints. If I could wish for one thing, even more than a postseason spot, I would wish that Suarez would regain his all-star form for next season. I mean that. I need him to be good. The city and the team, they need Suarez to be good. They don't need him to be good. They need us to sign the guys who were good this year and get rid of the guys who weren't and get more guys that are good. That's what the city and the team need.
Drew says he's good friends with the Paints owner. He'll make the call. If you get Suarez down here, let's do it.
That'd be sweet.
Injury update. Jesse Winker has started his rehab assignment, and hopefully he'll be back soon. That would be great.
That can help.
That really could help. Yeah. Jose Barrero is day-to-day after colliding with Tyler Naquin last weekend, and Nick Senzel is still hurt, and it's, quote, going to take a while, according to David Bell.
Yikes.
I don't know what to tell you about Senzel.
Dude.
My pick for the year, I hate to see him get hurt.
What about my pick for the year? Man, did I call it or did I call it?
You called it. Yeah. Is he still leading the Rookie of the Year race?
Should be. I don't think anybody has challenged him. Who's the one? No, they're not a rookie.
India with a minus 900 odds, he still leads it.
Who tied? Or no. Did Guerrero pass Ohtani for home runs on the year?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he did. That he's not a rookie.
I'm a Reds fan. Not.
I'm a Reds fan.
Oh yeah. Shoot. The latest odds actually have Trevor Rogers.
Who the heck?
Most likely to get. He's the pitcher for the Marlins.
To get Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so stupid. What's his freaking batting average? Because you can consider infield and pitching defense. So if we're considering.
Oh no, they have their thing weird. No, they still have India number 1. Sorry.
What's that guy's odds?
They have him under 1075.
Dang.
I don't know what any of that stuff means. I'm not like a gambler like that. So
I don't know what it means. I know like the lower number it is like I think it's like the better. I think. I don't know.
All right, that's the injury update. Cortland, let's look ahead.
Let's look
now
ahead. Reds play Padres, or excuse me, the Dodgers. I saw a P in Pirates and put it with Dodgers, and it made Padres.
Okay.
The Reds play the Dodgers, and then the Pirates. Wait a minute. That's all I have.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I was just making sure because the page cuts off there. I was just making sure I didn't miss anything. So
all right. So I'll get. Oh wait, hang on.
I forgot. Yes, just so everybody knows, we're not doing awards this week.
Yeah, no one deserves any.
Nobody deserves any. We actually had that. We both were thinking that. Justin texted me that and said I didn't put any in the notes because nobody deserves any. And as soon as you said that, I was about to text you and say I don't know who I'm going to pick for awards. So yeah.
Drew says, "I bet we could pick up Bauer back up for cheap next year."
Yeah, probably for league minimum.
Probably don't want to do that. I don't know if he'll ever be reinstated. We'll see. All right, so the Reds play the Dodgers. They face off against Walker Buehler, Kentucky native, Max Scherzer, and Clayton Kershaw. Two of those three guys have won the Cy Young Award. Buehler, honestly, could win it at some point. He's very talented. Yeah. I'm not going to give a prediction for this one. I don't feel good about it. But in response to me not making a prediction, I will say that they will sweep the Pirates next week.
Okay.
As Jesse Winker rejoins them.
I'm going to do it one more time.
Oh, boy.
For old time's sake.
Let's hear it.
And maybe it'll help. Maybe they'll watch this. Sweep, baby.
Sweeps. Oh, wait. What's the bet we made? You get the floss for the whole episode?
That's the floss for the whole episode if they make it.
The postseason?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Are you nervous now?
No. I haven't been nervous because I was like, man, like it was close there for a little bit and they made it in and I was like preparing myself to do it, but then they dropped off and I'm like, shoot, like I probably don't have to do it now, but hey, I'll give them a chance. Sweep, baby. We're going to sweep the Dodgers
baby,
and sweep the Pirates.
Yep. All right.
Very sad episode.
What?
It was a very sad episode. It was a good one.
Hopefully next week. Sorry I keep rubbing my eye. I'm having like an allergic thing. We had Owen soccer practice today. And I think
allergic?
Yeah.
Allergic to grass?
I am actually allergic to grass. Yeah.
Dude, my dog's allergic to grass. You and him should get together.
We should hang out. Maybe he can go golfing with me since you won't.
Yeah. You know roasted. Do you like lick stores all over your body? That's what he does.
What? No.
Yeah. He licks his fur so much he gets sores because he's allergic to grass.
Apparently your flossing is terrible.
He's got evidence of that. Drew has evidence of my flossing.
Drew,
I think I might be better now than I was then. I was going on 3 years ago, so I think I matured a lot since then, and I think my flossing's got better for me.
Videos of Cortland to show at Better Reds Pod. What's our website again? Is it Better Off Reds?
I don't know.
Guys. Hang on. Our Twitter account's Better Reds Pod. Holy crap. Show at betteroffreds.com, please, if you have anything embarrassing on Cortland. I would love... Oh, he has plenty of pictures and videos.
He does.
Yeah, please get those to me as soon as you can. We will... I'll review them, and maybe we'll distribute those. All right, Cortland, you have anything you want to add?
I don't. Apologize for the technical difficulties. It kind of just... Actually, you know what? I don't apologize for it. We did it. It was a joke. Actually, we got all of you. That was a plan the whole time. We wanted to act terrible just like the Reds, and we got you.
Cortland dead airtime. So season's winding down. We enjoy doing this. Mm-hmm. Let us know what you would like from us when the season's over. We probably won't do it weekly, just because there's not going to be weekly Reds coverage. We will go as far as they go for sure. We'll probably do milestone off-season episodes. We'll probably do season preview, of course, spring training recaps, but that's next year. But let us know what you want. If you want us to talk about the Bengals, the Browns, maybe we'll hop on for a special episode here and there. Probably not weekly, but
we talked about maybe monthly if we can pull it off, because we know that the holidays get crazy for everybody. So that might be more doable.
But you let us know what you want from us, and we will discuss it and maybe do it. All right. But this has been episode 18 of Better Off Reds. Thank you for tuning in and watching. It's been fun tonight. Thank you for being patient with Cortland's technical difficulty. Nah, it's no big deal, man. And yeah, just
prank
tune in. It was a prank, yeah. Just tune in next Thursday and like, follow, subscribe, share, retweet, tweet, hashtag, do all those fun things, and leave us a review if you don't care. Cortland,
it's a lot. I just leave us a what's it called? A review.
A review. Anything to add?
Oh, I got a haircut today, as you might be able to tell, as I normally wear hats in this. And I'm just going to give them a shout out because they were fantastic. I don't even know if they know this podcast exists, but the Muletown Barbershop in Memphis, Ohio, they did fantastic. I highly recommend it.
Maybe they can be a sponsor.
Maybe. Next time I get my haircut, I'll let them know I gave them a shout out. And see
Slip them your business card that you don't have.
Yep, that I don't have.
All right. You all have a good night. We'll see you Thursday. Bye.
See ya.